Hi there, and welcome back to Triplicate and part 2 of my refurb up spec or whatever of our shower pump for our boat Bonny Mary. Just to recap, the shower drains into a box from whence the pump pumps it over the side, because the base of the shower is below the level of the canal water. And the water's just pumped up and over and into the canal. So as I sit here, I don't know exactly where I split it. So anyway, hopefully you've seen the last one, and continuing on to get the thing ready to go. Right, so let us find what I've done with that piece of mesh. Here it is. Somehow I fixed a piece of mesh across here to catch the hair and foot and whatever and stop it gunging the pump up. Okay, onward and upward. Okay, so the final piece is our hair filter to stop the pump gunging up. Now, got some of this, which is, I don't know, fish tank mesh or something, fish mesh. And what I'm proposing to do is to put a piece across there, supported by a perspex frame, this perspex. And it is slightly bigger mesh than the original, but our new pump is slightly better at dealing with hair and foot and crud, so it should be alright, plus the fact there's a bigger area of it, so it'll take a lot less time, a lot longer time to gunge up and need cleaning. So first thing we shall do is we'll cut a piece of this the right size. Which is, I guess, to here. Oh. Okay, so here it is, and yeah, I know, hang on, just slots down in there. It's held, whoops, against the base of the float switch, against that piece of plastic, and this is the top, the original top, and I have, I presume these ridges are just for strengthening, but I have chopped holes in them, gaps in them there, and they hold the top of the filter in place. Now, what's the problem with that filter, eh? Yep, nothing gets through it. So I've now got to make most of that a big hole and attach that to it. Okay, so here we are. I have marked out the bit I'm going to cut out, which is most of it. I've also marked where I'm going to drill some holes, and we are going to attach the mesh on with tie wraps, pretty blue ones, because I got a bag of them that I haven't opened yet and I've had for a while, so time to open it and use them. And yep, colour coordinated it ain't, but it's covered in slimy horrible water out of sight in a cupboard, so it doesn't matter. Right then, drill some holes and cut this middle out, and I hope I don't manage to smash it while I'm doing it. Shouldn't, it's thick enough. Okay, so here it is. So it goes in. It's a complete hack, but it lives in a box full of scummy water inside a cupboard, so doesn't really matter. So now I need to attach this on with some tie wraps. Okay. We might start there. So let us just check which side we want to put it on. The other side. No, this side. Right, this side, or at least I am gonna well, let's put a couple in and hold it in place. Come on. Okay. I need to trim the end of this off. Yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Right. Let's get the rest of these tie wraps in. That's what I think of it. Right, I was going to put that in the other way around. I want all the actual whatever you call them, just on this inside corner here. Let's give that one a bit. Oh, come on. Got that one upside down, haven't I? Right. Skip that one, it's nice to have a nice right over the holes, but you get the completely guessing where the holes are going. As I say, to get a bit over the top of a number of these. Never leaks a bit through there, does it? Because there's big holes there to leak through. Right, get in there. Right, she's on. Not all bad, so we need to go the scissors out. Trim at this. Like that. And see how we're doing. Should be alright, we'll trim these tie wraps off and do whatever I need to do to get it to fit at that point. Right, and there we go. Will it now fit? That goes there. That goes there. So these three tie wraps are hitting the base for the float switch, so I might put them round the other way. But the rest of it seems fine. Okay, fits in, yeah, but just not quite because of the extra width of the tie wraps, and doesn't quite drop into those two little slots. So what I'm going to do is, hang on, see if we can do this by poking something through here. Just push it that way a little bit. Like that. You wouldn't want to do that every time you take it out. So I'm going to drill through here, because it's above the water level, and put a small screw in just to pull this corner towards me. Okay, so there we go, got a screw and a got a little standoff. Doesn't matter, it holds it in place, and the lid nicely goes on. So now we are wanting to look at mounting the pump, which is down here. So I've got to get rid of this bit of wood, and I'm going to put the pump on top. So the wood goes, this switch goes, a lot of this rubbish goes. So next I will start taking the pump off this base I put it on, and we will see how it lines up on the lid. Okay, so because of the lack of space, I am proposing to mount the pump on top of the box, because this lid is quite substantial. The pump's not going anywhere, it's just pumping. So I need to drill 4 holes. You can't see the back, can you? 4 holes, screw it down, and put a pipe between there and there. Job done. Okay, there we are. Mounted on the top with just 4 screws, and I've cleaned the top up as well even. So that nicely sits on there. And all we need now is some pipe, which I have here. Got this stuff because it's super flexible. We want them on there. And we want the 2 clips they sent me. 2 clips. There we go. Thread this on. Oh, all the way around. To there. And how much pipe do we want? Oh, is it kinking? Feels like it wants to kink anyway at that point. Oh! That's it. Tip the camera onto my head. Alright, well we'll chop it there. The scissors do. Yes they will. Put the other clip on. Get that on there, hopefully it will go on alright. This broke when I took it off, in fact. I'm just gonna trim this up. I'll work with these. No, yeah, that was the last bar when it was barred, but anyway, we're sure we can make it work. Okay, so this right. Right, well, that's not going to come off in a hurry. Okay, here we go. For doing hose clamps up, hint and tip folks, for doing hose clamps up, 7mm hex. A lot easier than trying to use a flat bladed screwdriver. There we go. And the other one. Try and keep it square on the pipe. Try and keep it in the camera. There we go. So, it does. There we go. Might try and attach something flat to that, or curved to make it. Anyway, sure it'll be right. So, there we go. Time to test it. Of course, put the float switch back in first. Okay, so here we are, hooked up to my little battery, 12 volt battery. Just actually soldered it on and heat shrinked it rather than using bullets or chock strip or terminal block or whatever. And just for test purposes, we've got some rather dubious crocodile clips, so if we connect it up, nothing happens. And I have replaced the float switch, so if we lift the float switch, it works, it runs. So now we're going to take it downstairs because I don't want to fill up this place with water, and we're going to test it with some water in it. Exciting. Okay, sorry about the hand camming, but well, so it is. So here it is on the floor, and here on the bench we have a bucket of water. In the bucket of water we have a siphon thingy. You squeeze that and it siphons it up, and that goes down into this piece of thin tube, which is to limit the water flow, hopefully, which goes into that piece of fat tube, which goes down into the inlet of the box, and the fat inlet for the shower is supposedly sealed up with gaffer tape. That's gonna work, isn't it? And the outlet goes via this pump, via the reels of pipe slung round the place, because I don't want to split this bit of pipe just for a test jig. And there we go, so hence back into the water, and it should sort of just recirculate. So let's see what happens. Okay, I have had it running, but I forgot to press start on the camera, of course. So shall we try for a take two? But it is now completely primed and will go fairly quickly. So here we are. Let's grab the siphon thingy. Alright, you can see that is running, and if we look down into there you can see the float coming up, and when it gets to there the pump starts, and you can see it squirting water out of there. And as it's a piston type pump, not a centrifugal one, it's why you get this pulsed operation. There it is, down at the bottom again, and it's filling up still. And off we go again. And there you go. Okay, that seems to be working as we want. Without throwing too much water about the place as well. Right. Okay, so did a bit more testing off camera and concluded that this guy, it was a good idea, but this guy was not sealing to that pipe there, so went for this. I might try and zoom in a little bit, which is a T for 13mm pipe, this stuff, blue stuff, with a M10 bolt screwed into the end there. And yeah, this worked better, it didn't leak, but so that's an M10 bolt, so the inside of this is a hair under 10mm, whereas, where is she? The water pump is 19mm inlet and outlet, so it's a bit restrictive. So I have gone for this, and I reckon if I chop this off here and leave that over the top of there, that will go tightly over there and clamp down. And I've ordered an elbow instead of using a T and blocking one end off, so I will do that, but probably the elbow won't arrive till too late for this video, so you'll have to take my word for it. Well, there we are, that's it. To say, I am going to do Mark III of the inlet pipe work, with wider pipe and a proper elbow instead of a T with a bolt in it. But I've decided not to hang on and wait for the T to arrive and film that. So I'm going to wrap it up for this video here. Hope you've found it interesting, and as I say, I have let the video run on a bit more than I normally do. Just seemed like the right thing to do for this video. But here we are, we got there, and I'm quite pleased with it. So I will put it on the boat and we'll see how it goes. So that's it for shower drain pumps for now anyway, and next time we will move on to something probably completely different. So for now, it's goodbye from Triplicate. Okay, so the elbow arrived, and I have now done the Mark III inlet pipe with a bit of this stuff, just 9mm 3/4 inch plastic pipe. So I left the blue pipe on here and just pushed this over the top and clamped it down, and that's nice. So clamped it on here, and you're probably not going to be able to see this. See if I can, what's best I can do. So this piece of pipe going down goes down to the bottom, and I've cut it off at an angle so the water can get in the side. So I haven't had a chance to test it, so I'm just going to hope that it works alright. That really is it, so goodbye again. Goodbye.